talk to you about fear tonight because this is a big thing for me, because I've gone through certain things in my life that has led me to where I am now. And one of the biggest barriers that I had in my life was being held back by fear. So I'm just going to paint a picture of what I'm talking about. So one of the things that I really struggled with was managers' meetings. You know, I'm talking those small rooms where you've got 5 or 6 managers in the room, or your colleagues. You're having your weekly meeting. There's someone standing at the front with a presentation, and then they start off the meeting and say, right, we're gonna have an icebreaker. Oh shit. I freaking hated them. I hated them. That was enough to just send me into a dark hole. Want to just crawl my way into the ground, bury my head, and never come out again. Icebreaker. Hate icebreakers. However, sometimes you just gotta do it. You just gotta do it for the job, right? So, you know, we'd start it off. They'd say, right, everyone will go around in a circle, tell me your name, tell me a unique fact about you. And now I'm just like, a unique fact about me? I'm the most boring person I've ever met. Like, what? And I'm panicking now, because it's coming around the circle and everyone's saying their thing, and I'm like, shit, that's a really good one, that's a really good one. What am I going to say? I'm concentrating so much on the fact that I'm going to have to speak out loud, and what can I even say, that I'm not even listening to what other people are saying. I've got someone who I used to work on here right now doing faces, because she knows she knows what it's like to do the icebreakers. Anyway, so it comes round to me, and at this point my heart is completely racing, like it's going off the track. I'm sweating, I'm shaking, I'm trembling, and the worst part about it is that I'm blushing bright friggin' red, like bright red. You can't hide this. Doesn't matter how much makeup you're wearing. The level of red that I would go was like extreme, okay? And I knew that would happen. So I hated these scenarios, and any time I knew that one was coming up, because it was a managers meeting, right? So they happened like on a monthly basis at the minimum, and so they would get scheduled into the diary. And every time that I saw that something like this was going to come up, I'd get really worried about it. And I'm like, oh, how can I figure out a way to not have to go? Oh, staff member's sick, I'm going to have to not come to the meeting today. These kind of things were going through my head because I was really afraid. I was really scared to go and do these meetings. They were a massive trigger for me. And you know, like I say, sometimes like you just have to do it. You just have to be placed into these scenarios, right? So I had to go no matter what. Like I couldn't pull a sickie. I had to go. But because I was so consumed by the fear of speaking in front of other people, looking and sounding like an idiot, all this kind of stuff, it would really make me retract, and it would make me want to just hide away in a little shell, and then I wouldn't want to speak out about anything. So I might have had all of these really incredible ideas to be able to contribute to the business and to my work, and to showcase, like, you know, I know my shit and I've got some really good stuff to contribute, but I wouldn't dare speak out loud because I was so consumed by the fear and I was so scared. And, you know, as you can imagine, this is obviously then going to have certain effects on your career, like your enjoyment within the workplace, all that kind of stuff. And it held me back from speaking out loud, from giving my opinion on things. If I didn't agree with something, I wouldn't say it. So I was really, really consumed by it. And, you know, I hate that I was in that position, that I was in that place, that I allowed the fear to consume me, but it just did. It just did. It naturally just over time took over and got me to that point. And so I after obviously going through that, and now I'm not going to say that, I mean, fuck me, if I went and stood on like a stage of thousands of people, you think I'm not going to be scared anymore? Yes, I am. You know, I'm going to shit a brick. I still get scared in those scenarios. I'm not saying that I don't, that I'm completely over it. However, I know better ways to be able to embrace it now, and that's the key word here, right? Fear, it doesn't go anywhere, it doesn't disappear, it's always going to be with you. You are always going to experience fear at some point in your life, because it's a natural reaction, and actually it's a healthy reaction, because if you're starting to feel fear when, you know, you're within a potentially dangerous place, you know, the jungle, and there's a lion or a tiger hiding behind a tree, and you think you can hear it and you might get eaten. I don't know where I'm going with this. A tiger might eat you, right? Your instincts are telling you something's dangerous, you should be afraid. Are you gonna fight or flight? Okay, so actually, you know, it's very important that we feel fear, okay, but then how we respond to that fear is where it's really important. Now, if there's a fucking tiger with its eyes hiding behind a bush waiting to jump out of you and kill you, you're gonna fucking run, okay? Well, I am. I'm out there, I'm running. But if you're in an office with a group of managers in your monthly meeting, you're not necessarily going to run away, are you, for your life? So this is one of those scenarios where what we want to really be trying to do is embracing the fear. Listening to it, feeling it, embracing it. Because we're never going to be able to get away from fear. It's always going to be there. Now, one of the best things that I have learned to do in these kind of situations is breath work. And do you know why? You can do it without anyone even knowing you're doing it. It's fucking fantastic. So if you're sat at your chair in the manager's meeting, you can literally just be concentrating on inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the nose as well. Works, it doesn't have to be out the mouth, and just really like doing the deep breath, nice and controlled, in and out. A couple of these just to regulate your heart rate and get it back to that steady beat again, not that, you know. And you can do it without anyone even knowing, which is the fantastic thing. So it's just a couple of breaths to bring you back to that regulated heartbeat again. Another great thing that really works is tapping. Now, the proper term is EFT, but I'm not talking about going like full-blown EFT when you're sat in a manager's meeting. But I'm just talking about tapping. So if you're under a desk, for example, you might have your hands like this, or just down here under the desk, and you can just tap either side like this. And as you're doing it, all you're doing is you're just saying in your head, not out loud, because otherwise someone might be like, sorry, what, Emma, did you say something about being safe? Do it in your head. And all you need to do is just be like, really affirming sentence, saying, I am safe, I am okay, I am in control, I'm in this meeting, I'm going to talk, I'm probably going to blush, I'm probably going to go so bright red. In fact, it's going to probably be really embarrassing, but I'm not going to die. I'm going to be okay, I'm going to survive this meeting, and I'm going to say what I need to say. That kind of stuff, right? That's what you're going to do as you're saying it. Like I said, in your head, otherwise people might think you're a bit cray-cray. Just some very, very, very simple examples of what you can do when you're in that situation, because, you know, the prevention of getting stressed up with all this kind of stuff is very important, but sometimes it can be so overwhelming that, you know, doing your 5 or 10 minutes of meditation in the car beforehand and then getting into the meeting, sometimes it's just not enough. Sometimes we need something really in the moment, and something that's discreet, something that's accessible, that you can just do at any point, you know, is really beneficial, I've found anyway. So I hope you found that really valuable. Thank you for listening to me and my crazy head tonight. You've enjoyed that, and hopefully I will speak again to you next week. Mwah, 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 mwah. Thank you for watching. Bye.